I'm Browne. I'm CEO, founder of a company called Power Cacao. We provide the world's finest ceremonial grade cacao to consumers and businesses all over the UK, Europe, about to expand into the US.
Nice. And you did go on Dragon's Den.
I did.
What actually happened in that room and what was it like post launch of that episode?
What happened in the room was I smashed it. And I just went in with the attitude. I watched it, like I hadn't watched it for like 10 years. I was like, where the fuck's Duncan? Like I was like,
Devastated.
I wanted someone to go, and I was like, he's not even on it anymore. So they were like, the BBC were going, you got to watch it, you got to watch it. I was like, I don't watch TV, man. I don't watch this shit anymore. And anyway, I started watching it. I was like, okay. And then just looking at the mistakes that people made and just like people not knowing the figures. And like when you guys were talking about P&Ls and all that shit before, I zone out. I have no idea what it's about. Yeah, we have Peter Jones's team do our P&Ls every week for me, and I'm like, are we okay? And they go, yeah. I'm like, good. It's like, you guys fucking surprise us every week. But yeah, like I started watching it and just seeing mistakes that people made. And I was like, right, I just got to memorize. I've been going for 2 years. I've got to memorize 3 figures for each year. That's all I have to do. Or like get it around that ballpark. And then if they question me, just talk long enough that they forget the question. Because I used to interview politicians and that's what they do. So I just use that tactic of just like, or diverting with some comedy to, a question that I maybe didn't have the answer for. But I literally went in there with the attitude that I'm giving them an opportunity, not they're giving me an opportunity. For me, it was like the BBC are giving me an opportunity, putting me in front of 7 million people. But the Dragons, like, you're investing in my business, and I'm pretty confident my business is going to be worth £1 billion in like 10 years. So they're going to be quids in.
Yeah. And what did you do to make sure that that buzz like didn't fade like post airing of the episode? Was there anything that you'd prepped and planned from like a marketing point of view?
Yeah, we brought a marketing team in because I hadn't had a marketing team before, and they were actually shocked that I'd been doing 15 grand a month without any marketing or without any paid ads for the last, like, I don't know how long ago, for about 18 months, wasn't it? But it was basically just the reason that I was doing well was that I was going to every event, I was putting on stalls, I was going to trade events, I was going to like holistic wellness events and doing a stall, and just I would not let anyone go past my store without having a sip of cacao. Like they had to. I was like, I'm gonna accost them. Like they've got to drink cacao. It's like that was my thing. Like, and all the people that were working with me, I was like, make sure these people taste cacao. Like today, that was the ambition. So it was just like literally hammering it. Like my idol in business is a poo from The Simpsons. It's like when you're starting a business, you need to be there every day. If you're starting it from like, grassroots, like you need to be in every element of your business to start with, and then you start figuring the other stuff out, and where your part in the orchestra is not as great, you're not where your strength, where things aren't your strength.
Yeah.
So it was just like just continuing that after Dragons Den. It was basically just super intense for ages, for like a few weeks, well, for about 6 weeks. It was just ridiculous because we ran out of stock. There was a crisis in the cacao market. The price went up 180%. So all these things were getting thrown at us, and we were like, a lot of businesses would have gone under. But I just flew to Venezuela, hustled, did a deal with went direct to some suppliers. Everyone told me not to go to Venezuela. If anyone tells you not to do something, fucking do it. That's how I've lived my life. So yeah, it was just like and then obviously you get this. So I think what a lot of firms or businesses do, they set themselves up for this big influx of orders and think that's going to continue. And it's like, no, it's not. You're going to have a peak, then you got to come off that, and then it's like, where's the equilibrium? Where's the balance? And it was like we kind of found that spot, and it's like, right, okay, so we hit this, and we're going to build from that. And actually, the second year after Dragons Den, we outdid the previous year, which is like almost unprecedented in that world.
And you've built like a real like community of people who are genuinely like obsessed with the brand. Like, what is it about Full Power that has built that and have built that loyalty amongst customers?
Me.
Obviously.
No, it is. Apparently, I'm like the main brand asset. We were trying to like get me out of the picture a little bit, but then it was like every time I do a video or something, it kind of outdoes what the marketing team have put together for like a week, and I just get on a live and just chat some shit for a bit, and it outdoes everything. So yeah, it's just continuing with that, but kind of knowing that's the reason why it's kind of like we brought a marketing team in. We're doing more and more ads, which is getting us out there. We're creating, like, we get 50% of our customers nearly every day are new customers, which is we're just trying to keeping building with that and the momentum, and then just rinse and repeat in other countries now.
So yeah, so US is launched now, hasn't it? Or is launched?
No, it's not launched yet. It's
Okay.
launching in I think it's like the middle of June.
So what's the plan for kind of getting things going and live in the US?
Just basically doing the same thing that we've done. I went over there. It was interesting because I used to build these things called earth ships, which are like these sustainable off-grid buildings. If anyone's ever seen it on Grand Designs, where they build the back walls out of tires and pound them with earth, and it becomes this massive like installation block and heater. And I built them all like in Guatemala in the States. And I met this German guy, and then I hadn't seen him for like 13 years. And he just messaged me and said, "Do you want to do full power cacao in the US?" And I was like, "Right, I'll fly over." I flew over, and then I had this kind of like day of like, "Oh, fucking, I can't do this. I've got too much on at home. Like the business is intense as it is." And then obviously jet lag and that. And then I got up the next day, meditated, asked God, like, give me a sign if this is the right thing for me to do. So we went to look at like a unit or a factory, and it wasn't the right thing. And I was still like, oh, okay. I was like, right, I need a juice. I need to go and get a juice. Take me to a juice bar. So he Googled it, took me to this juice bar, and then we met this Cuban guy, and he was like, "What are you guys doing here?" And I was like, "Well, I'm trying to find a factory and set up a business, and he lives here, and he's gonna run it for me." And he was like, "Right, okay, wait, what kind of property is he looking for?" I was like a factory, like with a warehouse and offices. And he was like, "Oh, there's a girl coming in a minute." And she's got a property consultancy, commercial property, and she came in, started chatting to us, this Cuban lady, and then she was like, "Oh, my business partner's coming in a minute. She can basically talk you through everything." And now they're literally doing our insurance, our property, what other loads of things that you need to set up a business, like the employment, the HR, the payment systems, the accountancy. They put us in touch with all the people that we need just from me going, "Yo, what a juice." That's kind of how my life works. Not like all this like planning people do. I just get somewhere and just meditate and ask God to give me a sign or bring someone to me that can do something for me.
Let's see how it goes.
Happens, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I learned that when I was traveling. It's like, just be open to what, don't make any plans, and then the most next level shit happens.
That's amazing. Is there anything that's keeping you up at night right now around business that no one would think?
Not really. It was like about a week ago. There was kind of like a load of shit happened online on social media, where people were just making up loads of stories about me, and it was quite heavy, and that was kind of keeping me up a little bit. And then a couple of my mates, like the two richest people that I've got in my phone, rang me, who like both multi-millionaires, and they went, "Congratulations." And like the first one did it, "Congratulations, it's amazing, it's a milestone." Like I went, "What?" He went, "This is what happens as you're scaling." He went, "It's great. It's like amazing." I was like, "What?" And he was like, yeah, celebrate it, going out, celebrate. And then this other woman rings me up, same kind of level of wealth, and she goes, "Congratulations." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Okay, this must be how it goes when you're, because this step into America is a big thing." And I'm kind of like, within 3 months, we want to hit what we're doing in the UK and Europe combined straight away. Whereas some people are telling me it's going to take 12 months. I was like, let's just do it in 3 months, man. Like, why not? It's like the market's 25 times bigger than the whole of Europe and the UK. So, and everyone in LA has been spiritual for like 50 fucking years, haven't they? So we should be all right.
And you openly say like you're not a typical D2C founder. Do you think that's been an advantage for you, or has it made things a little bit harder to figure things out along the way?
No, I don't know. Like, I guess it's an advantage, because if I was sat up here in a suit and a tie, then my consumer demographic wouldn't be buying from me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like to be the founder of my brand, you couldn't be sat here and be super corporate and commercial. And like everybody, and there's nothing wrong with people having jobs and shit, but I just made a decision when I was like 13, I was like, so when we finish school, someone wants me to work 9 to 5. I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. and I've got to go and ask someone for if I can go on holiday. I went, I just got one job where I'm going to tell someone I'm going on holiday. Don't want to leave them in the shit, but I'm going to tell them that I'm going on holiday. So then I've obviously always been self-employed.
And what do you know now about building a brand that you absolutely didn't know when you started?
So much really, but I think I don't know what do I know now? I guess just the ads and the AI, and I don't really know it, but I didn't know it was like imperative. And obviously we are kind of moving into more AI stuff. But I think just dealing with people
Yeah,
as
that's
well,
hard.
like people who work for you and the emotions and like managing human beings like that do weird shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you like have a rational conversation. You're like, how have you come up with that?
People is definitely the hardest.
So like, if I can get robots, I'm buzzing.
You don't have to speak to anyone.
Fucking robot, just switch him on, crack on. And if he's being a dick, switch him off.
I mean, that's how you close a conference. Thank you so much.
Boom. Nice one.
Right. Yeah. I'll be down in a minute.